So let's be real, traveling with kids can be an adventure in itself. So again, full of excitement, but also a bit chaotic. So you've got tired kids, you've got crowded waiting areas, and you've got long layovers to deal with here in the airport. But that's where airport lounges come in. And so we're not really sure, and we're gonna dive into it, but are they actually worth it for a family? So in this week's video, we're gonna dive into, can you get a full access for your family? Is it worth it? What's the cost breakdown, etc. So today's video, we're gonna answer all types of questions around airport lounges for you and your family. So without further ado, let's cue the intro and let's get into it.
What's up YouTube? Trevi from the Adventure Buddies, the modern travel family, bringing you another video filled with tips, tricks, and inspiration to make sure you maximize your next family adventure, like we always do here at the Adventure Buddies.
So first up, can you get into an airport lounge for free? Well, absolutely, especially if you have a premium credit card like the AMEX Platinum, Chase Sapphire Reserve, or the Capital One Venture X. So again, these are going to give you access to a whole network of lounges at no additional cost. You're also going to be able to get one if you have an airline credit card, Delta Sky Miles, etc., or the United one. Those are just a couple examples. So some of these cards are actually going to include some free guest passages, which again are going to be a game changer for families. Additionally, it should be noted that certain premium bank accounts from Citi or HSBC also may offer complimentary lounge access or passes, so make sure to check with your bank before going and getting a different credit card, etc., because you may already have this perk. Now let's talk about whether or not it's worth paying for lounge access when traveling with your family. So you don't have one of the free passes, so is it worth paying for it? So if you are traveling frequently, or maybe you have long layovers, lounges may be an actual lifesaver. So picture this, a quiet space where the kids can snack, relax, or even nap while you can enjoy some coffee or tea and great Wi-Fi. So again, this peace of mind alone might make it worth the cost. But if you travel once or twice a year, the cost of a day pass is going to be around $30 to $75, and it might not be worth it, especially if you're traveling as a large family. So it's up to you. So just keep that in mind. So here's another common question that we often hear is, can the economy passengers use a lounge? And so yes, they absolutely can. So lounge access isn't limited to first class or business class travelers, as sometimes it may be seen, but the right credit card or memberships or even a pass are gonna be available to the economy travelers, and that's gonna allow you to enjoy those lounge perks. So especially if you're flying out of LAX, there are gonna be plenty of lounge options like the Alaskan Lounge or the Centurion Lounge. So trust me, having access to a quiet space at a busy airport such as our home base at LAX can be a lifesaver when traveling with kids. Okay, so here's a big question for parents. If I have lounge access, can I get my spouse and my kids in too? And the answer is, it depends. So it depends on the lounge and the type of membership that you have. So for example, if you have a card like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you get complimentary access for yourself and 2 other guests. So again, this is perfect for the smaller families. But Matt, what if I have a party in my family that's larger than 3 people? So, well, this is where you're gonna wanna look into a specific card. So cards like the Capital One Venture X are probably a better fit because you're gonna get those 2 complimentary guest passes, but you're also gonna be able to add additional guests for a smaller fee, typically around $30 per person. So again, cheaper than the normal day pass that you'll get. So the AMEX Platinum card, however, that's gonna offer another one, but it will be a little bit more than the actual first one that we just mentioned. So consider the Capital One card. So again, if you are traveling with more than 3 members, it's smart to plan ahead, look into the lounges you're gonna go to, because some may have strict guest policies, especially during the busy times, and sometimes they're a little bit more relaxed. So a quick pro tip though, some priority pass lounges are gonna have more flexible guest policies, so that's worth checking into if you do have a larger group. All right, so now let's break down the actual cost. What is it gonna cost to use the airport lounge? So again, as we mentioned before, the one-time day pass is usually gonna cost anywhere between $30 to $75 per person. This is gonna be dependent on the lounge you're going to, but also the time as well as which airport you're actually going to. Again, however, if you have the premium cards like the Capital One Venture X, this is gonna give you the maximum lounges, so 1,300 lounges for free with complimentary guest pass. So just something to consider when you're pricing out a credit card or buying the day pass. However, inside these lounges though, you're typically gonna find the same amenities inside and out. So inside the lounge, you're gonna find free food, drinks, Wi-Fi, and various amenities. You can find a spa. We've been in one where you can actually work out and get a whole weightlifting or Peloton session in. And so it just depends on the lounge, the airline, the typical airport you're at. And so you have a variety of options. So again, do your research ahead of time. So now let's talk about the best credit card. What's our recommendation? Well, our recommendation, if you are interested in using a credit card for travel, but also for the lounges, then go with the Capital One Venture X Rewards credit cards. We're not sponsored by any means. We don't even have one. But again, through our research, this one's going to give you unlimited access to over 1,300 lounges, including priority passes and Capital One lounges. Plus, you're going to be able to bring 2 guests for free. So again, this is perfect for families because it's flexible, but it offers offering for those larger groups. It should also be noted that it's going to come with a $300 annual travel credit, which is a bonus, and 10,000 bonus miles for every account anniversary. So that's oftentimes going to offset your initiation fee of $395. So the next question that we oftentimes get asked about airport lounges is, can you bring someone else's credit card for lounge access? And so generally the answer is no. So lounges are typically going to require the cardholder to be present because it's their name on the card and their name gets access. So pretty self-explanatory there. But again, if you do go, you get those guest passes, and oftentimes they can make exceptions for you if it's not a busy time. And so to sum it up, should you pay for lounge access? Well, if you're a family that travels frequently, maybe investing in a card with the free lounge benefits might be totally worth it. And so if it is and it does work in your budget, go ahead and maximize that. And so if it doesn't and you don't travel all that much, but maybe you have a long layover, it might be worth investing in spending that layover inside the lounge. Just that little bit of peace of mind, the free food, the drinks, the amenities, and just having a bit of downtime before the next travel might be worth that $30 to $75 per person, again, depending upon if that fits into your actual budget. So we've gone to a few different lounges, had some great experiences, had some not so great experiences where we didn't feel it was worth the money. So again, we can't stress enough, do your research ahead of time, both on the lounge, the airport that you're going to, and whether or not it's going to fit in your budget. And so there you guys have it, everything we feel you need to know about making a decision about whether an airport lounge is right for you and your family on your next family adventure. So if you like this video, please consider giving us that big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button for more travel tips and adventures, and most importantly, remember, life's an adventure. Who are you going on it with?